All right, good evening, everyone. We'll call the Raynham Conservation meeting of October 5th, 2016 to order at 5:42. Has everybody had a chance to review the minutes?
Yes.
I'd like to entertain a motion to accept.
Motion to accept?
Second?
All right, any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it. Bills?
Yes.
Just one bill now.
No, there's three.
It's going to cost him his job.
Can only hope, right?
It's a high-paid salary job, you know?
How come you never signed the top line?
Because it looks like it's all merged in. There's only 4 of us. We don't need extra lines.
You want to stop how to spell it?
Yeah.
Okay, there's no other correspondence? Okay. Site visits scheduled? Anything else? Nothing? Good?
Yeah, well, I was gonna meet with the people on Richmond to review the area that was in question, but then they called and canceled because they're still trying to address the tax issues.
They did
So-
not call me.
Did they send any letter requesting a continuation?
Nothing. I've got nothing.
All right. We'll discuss that when we get down to the formal section. Okay. We have one thing that we can talk about under informal. Azu, did you get a chance to see the email from the pump station?
Yes.
As built?
Yes, well, what they're proposing is very minor in nature.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't need to spend any money, you're having them file a new notice of intent or,
Okay, so we can request just an as-built opinion?
yeah, reflect that change on the as-built.
Okay.
Make a motion that we
That is
consider it as a
accepted
minor
minor.
modification.
Second?
All right, got a motion and a second to consider the pump station on Route 44 as a minor modification. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it. That was easy. All right, now we're going to jump right into formal. Paul, can you read the top, please?
Yes, I will.
Thank you.
All public hearings and meetings heard by the Raynham Conservation Commission on Wednesday, October 5th, 2016 at 5:30 PM in the Raynham Veterans Memorial Town Hall, Donald L. McCain Meeting Room, 558 South Main Street, Raynham, Mass., relative to filings and joint hearings and/or meetings under Mass General Laws, Chapter 131, Section 40, as amended, and the Town of Raynham's Wetland Protection Bylaw.
Okay, first on the agenda is issuance of order of conditions, 244 North Main Street, map 8, parcel 130, William Bierce. The meeting was closed last, the hearing for them was closed last hearing, so we need to vote on issuing the order of conditions.
Do we know if they've finally finished with?
No, because if you look on the draft of the order, it says that any change initiated by the zoning board of appeals will constitute a basis for a new hearing.
Okay.
So,
Were there any other special conditions?
yes, about the removal of the stuff and the erosion control, that we want double stake hay bale
Right.
with the silt fence.
Right.
So it's double row of hay bales and silt fence. And then all work from on the slope will be by hand.
Yes.
And no equipment or refueling will be operated on that slope.
All right, so I will entertain a motion to whichever direction you guys want to go in on the vote.
Make a motion that we issue an order of conditions for 244 North Main.
All right, I have a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Okay. Any discussion? All right, seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it. Do the top one. Don't upset Bill.
That's at the upper side of it.
Okay, well, that's going on. Continued request for determination, Lot 56, Partridge Lane, map 13, parcel 48-56, Swimming Celt LLC.
There you go.
D'Angelo, swimming south.
And I think we were just getting a revised plan to show the hay bale line at the 50 foot for the
Yes.
RDA. Azu, have you had a chance to review?
Yeah, they did, and I believe we drafted our,
I didn't get a chance.
you didn't get a chance,
I will
okay.
do it this week.
Okay.
But we are all set with what
Yes.
you asked for. Does anybody else have any questions for the applicant?
Make a motion, we issue a request. for-
Close the hearing.
Close the hearing, I forgot. All right.
So we got a motion to close the hearing. Is there a second?
Second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, hearing is closed. Now you can make your other motion.
Make a motion, we
Issue a negative determination.
determination for lot 56 Partridge Lane.
All right, so we have a motion to issue a negative determination. Is there a second?
Comment, you want to make that reflecting that the plan that has
September
revised with that date is a plan of record.
Don't look at my stamp, look at his date.
It's the same.
Okay.
Let it note that 56 Partridge Lane has a revision date of 9/22/16.
And that's a plan of record.
Plan of record.
So there's a motion. Is there a second? Second. Any discussion? Seeing none? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it. Look at that, closed and issued. Look at that.
Thank you, sorry.
Thank you.
We're gonna discuss Richmond Street.
Okay,
We get to it.
continued notice of intent, 1634 and 0, New State Highway, map 16, parcels 44 and 45A, David and Rosa Joe.
That's us.
These plans again, if you'd like them.
There's the plans.
Same plan.
For Bill, I know he wasn't here last week.
Same plan.
He looked at it online.
If, again, if you could state your name and firm for the record, you might have to bring the mic up a little bit.
Okay,
Thank you.
my name's Jeff Youngquist from Outback Engineering, and hopefully Azu went out and checked the line.
No, because there was a issue with the, I know eventually that your client did pay the,
Yes, she did.
she did. So that came in after I had left. So we didn't do it. But what I would suggest, since they've made the payment, usually for notice of intent, you usually close the hearing and then you have 21 days to issue a decision. So we can do, now that they paid all the fees, I will go out there tomorrow, take a look at it. If there's any issues, I'll let them know. And then at the next meeting, you can close and then issue the same night. So they necessarily wouldn't lose any time.
Does that make sense to everybody?
That's fine. You're gonna close the hearing tonight. If he has an issue with the line,
So, no,
I'll
'cause
change
if
it.
we were to close the hearing tonight, and then he found an issue with something, we wouldn't be able to go back into it
And address it.
and address it. So what
Okay.
Azu's proposed, so even if we close it tonight, we would probably issue at our next meeting in 2 weeks.
okay,
So we wouldn't, not necessarily we would issue tonight and close tonight.
okay,
So what we'll do to save some time is,
okay,
at the next meeting, we'll close and issue at
Issue.
the same time.
okay, that's fine.
You know, so so the issuance night will still end up being the same night.
It'll be the same
It'll
night.
end up
Right.
being the same night.
Okay, that's all that matters.
You know.
Okay. And Azu, if you have a problem, Jen will go out there with you. Just
No
give us,
problem. Yeah.
give her a call.
I will.
Yeah, she'll go out there with you. Okay, if that's what you want to do, that's fine with me.
So we will just,
Were there any others?
was there anything else you
Well,
need?
no, that would be based on the site inspection. But as far as the application, it's complete. They
Yeah.
pay the right fees, so.
All right, so we'll need a motion to continue to the
Next meeting,
19th?
19th.
19th.
Motion to continue,
All right, we got-
19th.
all right, we got a motion to continue to the 19th? Second.
When's the next meeting?
The 19th.
19th, that's 2 weeks from today.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, and then if there are no issues, you really wouldn't need to be here, right?
we don't.
Yeah, no. As long as you don't have any
Right,
issues,
right.
we can close and issue the
Right.
same night and.
I don't have to be here then?
No.
Okay.
So,
If
Azu-
there's any issues,
We'll be
I'll
in
call
touch with you.
Azu and I'll resolve them anyway.
Exactly.
All right, so we have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Sign a form.
Ayes have it for a continued to the 19th.
No, it's a good, because they didn't pay the fuel time.
No issue, they wouldn't issue. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Jeff.
All right, we'll see you.
Thank you.
They have their own meeting, do they?
Okay.
Anytime you guys are ready, down in the end there.
Just catching
You guys can have a two-commissioner sidebar after the meeting's over. As long as we don't have three, we won't have a quorum. Thank you. Okay, continued notice of intent. Lot 1, Richmond Street, map 14, parcel 59-0. Lot 1, Richmond Street, Al Enduranis.
Mr. Chairman, after the last meeting, I contacted Mr. Mark Manganello, who's the project manager for LEC Environmental, the firm that did the application on behalf of Mr. Andrunas. He was supposed to meet me last Friday at the site, and he called me on Thursday and said he couldn't do it because of the unresolved issues relating to tax payment. And he said that Mr. Andrunas will look into it, and then if that is not resolved, then they will send a written request to continue the hearing. Well, I don't have any correspondence, and Gail didn't, so you have two options. You can continue the hearing as a matter of courtesy, or vote to close the hearing and deny it for lack of information. And we can write in a denial. But historically, commissions have allowed people before, and then make them pay an extra $50 for not, because we do have that.
Is it fine?
We do have that in the bylaw. And then if they don't pay it, and if they don't pay the taxes, and if they don't send any written request, we shouldn't even bother contacting them. We just continue to the next meeting, and then if they don't show up, then close the hearing and vote to deny it that night.
I just don't want to keep continuing.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Residents come,
Yeah.
and then they don't come,
Right.
and they don't tell anybody.
Well, then we just, that's what I'm saying. You can actually decide, but you give people benefit of doubt. Let's assume that maybe he was on his way and get in an accident. You know what I'm saying? We don't know that. For all we know, he can come here with a check for the taxes and everything else.
So you're advising us to continue?
One continuation with the provision to find them the $50 for not show. Okay? Over and above what they already owe.
Right.
And then if they don't show up at the next meeting and we don't hear any communication from them, then close the hearing and deny it.
It's against my original thought, but I will make that motion to give them the courtesy and continue it until next meeting.
All right, we have a motion to continue to the 19th, and that'll be their final chance to show.
Now, do we have to include in that motion,
We need to,
provided that the taxes are paid and the fine is also?
Yeah.
So that's also
Yeah.
part of that motion,
Right.
David?
but we have to communicate that to them, don't we?
That they're fined, they're gonna get fined.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so
But they're, just so we're clear, whatever tax bill they have with the town of Raynham, doesn't have to be closed by the next hearing. The hearing could just stay open, correct?
From now to next meeting. And then at the next meeting, if they don't show up, and if they don't pay any of those bills, then close the hearing and deny it.
they must pay the taxes and they must pay the fine.
Right.
Because once we open the meeting, they're obligated for the 21 days.
Right.
Or a request for continuation.
Exactly.
So by next meeting, we would have met our requirement of 21-day meeting hearings.
That's
And if
correct.
they don't provide us the correct information with the correct paperwork, then we have options.
Yeah,
Okay.
close it, and then we can write the, matter of fact, I will draft the denial.
Don't have that all.
She's typing like crazy, so I'm sure she hasn't.
Trying to.
So Don, did you get Dave's extended modified motion?
Pending payment,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm sure as long as she has it, we can always edit that.
Right.
So Dave's made a motion, is there a second?
Second.
All right, any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, any opposed? Ayes have it.
So, you understand what's,
Did you understand all that?
Yes, I have to come back on the 19th.
Yes.
or your representative?
Oh, well, I think it's me. I think so. They
Yeah.
have me up and breathing now, so
That's
it's a
good.
good sign.
Amen, amen.
Oh,
Yes.
Good luck.
Don't forget, there is an elevator right there if you need it.
oh,
No, I'm not trying to be,
oh, that's funny. I made the stairs up, so I'll go down. I make me walk every day because they took the top and the bottom of my right lung.
yeah,
And
I don't want you to get winded.
if you don't breathe and you don't walk and you don't do what you're supposed to, you will never.
Yeah, you gotta keep the
Lung
pots moving.
Yes.
All right.
So I'll see you all on the 19th.
Okay, all right.
Thank you.
Thank
Take
you.
All right, have a good night, be careful.
Thank you.
Gail, is there anything else?
Yeah, this in Brook Street's on the agenda, but you can't really, you don't have an application. They don't have the ad, and it's very irresponsible for them. But what I will bring to your attention is the fact that this request for determination, to be quite honest with you, I'm not even sure why they're trying to do a request for determination, because they're trying to restore wetlands area that were filled in. And you really can restore wetlands area with a determination of applicability. Okay. It's got to be a notice of intent. So, because you do have that growing season, and we changed it in our local bylaw to say 2 calendar years, not 2 growing seasons, because what used to happen is people will plant in October, and then in spring they say, well, this is our second growing season. And some of the stuff don't thrive, okay? So by saying 2 calendar years, you get at least 3 growing seasons in between that, all right? So the other thing, I think the property is up for sale. It's an issue between the husband and the wife, and the wife is trying to clean up the paperwork so that they can do their sale. Right, they need a certificate of compliance for the existing, okay? So you could, if you want to, but you don't even have a request for certificate. If they pay you the right fee for the certificate of compliance and file a request, you can issue, because the file has already expired, so they couldn't do any more work under the original file number. But they can request a certificate, and then you can issue them a partial certificate for the work that they already did, to be able to, and note that the work included unauthorized alteration of a wetlands resource. That gets that order off the books, and then you can simultaneously, after that, issue them an enforcement order.
But the house is being sold, is that for the new owner?
Yeah, well, it's-
We issue them, they buy the house and we issue them an enforcement order?
Well, the one of the parties that live there now is the one buying it.
Oh, okay.
That's the only reason I will recommend that way.
Okay, so one of the parties involved is...
But we can't take any action until they
Until they come
Until
before.
they come,
until they come before us.
Right.
So,
Somebody should communicate to them their options, either request a
Well, you know,
certificate or ask for a new notice of intent.
Well, no, because when they come here, the problem with their representative, and it's very, very annoying. He doesn't do the ad that he's supposed to do. He calls the office, sends email, and blames Gail for not doing his work. I mean, it's egregious. It's really egregious. So next time that he shows up here, I will volunteer to give him the tongue lashing. I have no problem doing that.
You want to second that?
Okay, but I also told them that if you look in the statute, we've always said you gotta advertise in the Gazette, okay? The statute does not require or that you mandate a specific newspaper. What the statute says is it's gotta be advertised 5 business days in a newspaper of local circulation. So somebody can advertise in the Gazette if they want to. They can advertise in the Enterprise if they want to, the Boston Globe, or the Herald, or even the Town Call, Raynham Call. You can do that because it's a paper.
Which we don't think they accept legal ads.
Hmm?
We just looked at it. We don't think they accept legal ads in the call.
If it's the same people that run in it, Bridgewater Independence does, so.
Is it, because we hadn't seen any in
None
there.
in there, and I.
Well, because nobody uses them.
Right, right. No, right, exactly.
I mean, unfortunately, that's wide open, because I can walk down to the corner market here at Landy's or
Yeah,
at Coletti's, and I can get the Washington Journal.
yeah.
So is that a local circulation?
Well, no, because it's not published in Massachusetts. So it's not of general local, local circulation, is just papers that the average person has access to and can read.
You said you're not average.
I can't read.
Is that something we should go back and revisit from a bylaw point of view and specifically state?
No, that's a state law.
That's the general law, right?
That's a state law.
He's just quoting the law.
Yeah.
Then we have to go back and deal with the regulations, because in our regulations, it's saying Taunton Gazette.
Oh.
We could do that.
It's in our regulations that
Yeah.
we're say Taunton Gazette.
Yeah, well, in reality, we really shouldn't.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah,
Thanks.
in reality,
The state can issue an all-encompassing,
newspaper notification list because there's thousands of them.
right, but you can't, in other words, you can't restrict, I mean, you do, nobody ever really challenges that, but you really can't restrict
Where they
about
advertise.
where, right.
so they could advertise in Springfield Gazette.
No, because Springfield Gazette does not have local circulation.
That's the key word, would be local circulation.
Then that's why the Herald and the Globe
The
are
Herald,
in, because.
they are technically, you can get home delivery for them.
Right,
In
exactly.
this area, okay.
Yeah.
Of local circulation.
Okay.
Like I said, I know people in the past have done the Enterprise
Yeah.
in the Gazette,
Yeah.
but I've never heard of any place else.
Yeah.
Well, mostly, like I'll give you an example. The town of Easton is actually in the Easton paper, which is also owned by the same people that own the Call, that own the
Gateway Media.
Bridgewater Independence, and they also own the one that people do in Whitman Hanson. They use it's called a Whitman Hanson Press.
I guess as long as they time it on
They
the
also
right
own the
day.
Gazette.
Yeah?
They own the
Just gotta time
Gazette.
it on the
Right.
right day.
It only comes out once a week.
I think they own
Right.
Enterprise too.
Right. Oh, yeah, they do.
Yeah.
It comes out once a week, so it'll be the responsibility of whoever to put in the ad to make sure. So in that case, we have to do like 2 weeks before, so that they can actually get it in the right day.
For the timing.
Yeah, because they save them at least $50 in the legal ad. I know the Whitman Hanson web press is $40. The Eastern one is $45.
All right, any other,
Well, we learned something today.
Discuss this one at all.
no, it's
No,
not even open.
It's not even open.
It's not even open yet, so.
And they have to advertise it, they have to,
It was just for point of information.
right. And as far as we're concerned, it's not even filed now, because they have not met our filing requirements.
Doesn't exist.
Right.
All right, so there's nothing else on the formal. Does any other commissioner have anything under informal they'd like to talk about, or? So, if not,
I have nothing.
I'm good.
all right. Azu, I think we got everything?
Yes,
Good,
sir.
all right. One last motion. Motion to close. Is there a second?
Second.
Adjourn.
Yeah, I don't see any discussion about this, but so, all in favor?
Aye.
No, any opposed? Ayes have it. We are adjourned.